Have you ever met someone so painfully unaware of how they come across that you immediately felt drained being around them? The truth is, many men walk through life with habits that make them surprisingly dislikable, without ever realizing why. And when these men don't know the cause, they fall back on the same excuses. I don't care what people think, or if they don't accept me as I am. That's their problem. It sounds empowering, but most of the time, it is simply ego. The reality is that being likable isn't about pleasing people. It's about eliminating behaviors that push good people and good opportunities away. Every man should aim to be self-aware enough to notice the habits that hurt his reputation. Today, we're going to talk about 7 subtle behaviors that make people dislike you instantly, often without them even knowing why. Number 1, victim posture. Your body language speaks louder than your words ever will. Men naturally gravitate towards strength and pull away from weakness, not because they're cruel, but because weakness threatens the stability of any group. When a man moves, talks, and behaves like a victim, it signals fragility, insecurity, and a lack of leadership. Think of the difference between a king and someone who lives like a prisoner in his own mind. The king stands tall, meets the world with grounded confidence, and moves with purpose. The prisoner avoids eye contact, folds into himself, and apologizes for taking up space. Many men today carried themselves like prisoners without ever having lived through adversity, and this alone makes them hard to respect. Weak posture, timid eye contact, exaggerated nodding, and forced smiles all fall under this. When you nod excessively, it screams desperation for approval. When you fake a smile, people feel the insincerity immediately. You don't need to pretend. A strong man smiles because he wants to, not because he needs to. Number 2, shallow communication. Most men don't realize how boring they sound because all they talk about is surface level nonsense. There is nothing wrong with small talk to break the ice. But when your conversations never go deeper than the weather or meaningless chatter, people eventually avoid you. They don't dislike you because you're bad. They dislike you because you're forgettable. A likable man has conversations that matter. He brings substance, curiosity, insight, or at least humor. If every interaction with you feels like a filler scene, people won't look forward to the next one. Number 3, overfamiliarity. The opposite of shallow conversation is overstepping boundaries with people you barely know. Being overly personal too soon makes others uncomfortable. There are men who start talking as if they've known you for years, revealing too much, asking inappropriate questions, or acting overly friendly. This is not confidence. This is social blindness. Respect people's emotional space until you've genuinely earned access. Many men push too quickly because they crave acceptance. Ironically, this behavior earns the opposite. Number 4, a weak voice. Your voice is one of your greatest tools. You can say all the right words, but if your voice is timid, shaky, or too quiet, people subconsciously associate you with weakness. A strong voice isn't about shouting. It's about clarity, calmness, and projection. Speaking with confidence makes others take you seriously before you even finish your sentence. And yes, your voice can be trained. If you want a future video on strengthening your vocal presence, let me know in the comments. Number 5, poor hygiene and self-neglect. You can have the best personality in the world, but if you smell bad, look dirty, or ignore basic grooming, people will avoid you. Humans are wired this way. Someone with greasy hair, bad breath, long dirty nails, or unwashed clothes instantly becomes repulsive. It's not personal, it's biological. Hygiene is a form of respect toward yourself and toward others. And the good news is that it's one of the easiest things to fix. Showers, clean clothes, basic skincare, trimmed nails. These are simple habits that drastically improve how others experience you. Number 6, Constant self-promotion. Nothing makes a man more unlikable than humble bragging. It's that fake modesty where you pretend to be humble while subtly boasting. People see right through it. It is far more respectable to openly acknowledge your achievements than to hide them behind a mask of false humility. People dislike humble braggers, not because they're successful, but because they're being dishonest when they speak. If you must talk about your wins, do it honestly, not strategically. Number 7. Oversharing for attention. Social media has convinced many men that the world needs to see every meal, every gym session, every thought, and every moment of boredom. Constant oversharing signals insecurity, not confidence. When a man posts excessively, it looks like he is begging for validation. Even strangers can sense it. Think of the person who films themselves in the gym for 20 minutes or takes endless selfies. You can't help but feel secondhand embarrassment. A strong man doesn't seek approval. His life speaks for itself. Master these 7 points, and you will instantly become more likable. Not because you're trying to please people, but because you've removed the behaviors that push them away. Likability is a form of power. It opens doors, strengthens connections, and makes your presence valuable. By the way, if you want to keep leveling up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like button, sharing this video with a brother who needs it, and subscribing for more content. Until next time.